Hey, this is Jordan Allen, London, Kentucky native and singer songwriter, and you're listening to the locally branded podcast sponsored by Kemper Home Furnishings, where we explore the wins, losses, and everything in between of local people just like you.
We've got a couple of people here with us today that are super, to me, I think they're super special people. Just now actually getting the opportunity to meet them and to get a chance to sit down with both of them and talk about some things that they're doing that's really big on the educational side of things. I'm a huge advocate for education. I'm a huge advocate for higher learning, for more learning. Here I am, 41, and I still feel like you can never quit learning. So I won't, again, take the limelight from these two individuals, but I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Miss Christy. All right. Well, I'm Christy Atienza. I'm a physician. I'm an internal medicine and geriatric specialist. I have my private practice in Corbin, Kentucky, going to 26 years of private practice now. I have a daughter who's in incoming seventh grade, and she's going to Cornerstone Christian School. Been in there since second grade.
I'm Sarah Wolf. I am born and raised from here in London. Grew up my whole life here. This community holds a very special place. Married to an amazing local provider, Will Wolf, and our son is also at Cornerstone Christian School and going into seventh grade with his best friend.
I always like to be able to have a conversation sitting here with individuals that's from here, that's from the area, it's from Southeast Kentucky in general. Our very first podcast was with a photographer out of Corbin, and the question kind of come up, or are you sticking just to London and Laurel County? And I'm from Eastern Kentucky. Again, I grew up in Hazard and Perry County, so I wanted to be able to highlight the things that people are doing from Eastern Kentucky. This is my home now. Obviously London's the place I want to be at, or I wouldn't be here. But let's talk a little bit about what you all are doing. I think it's absolutely hugely important. I'll let you guys introduce what it is you are doing. And kind of what was your thought process behind it? I don't want to give it away. Like, I don't want to say, hey, this is what you're doing, and then have you talk about it. But I'd like for you to, how did this all come about? And what is it that you're doing?
Well, our project is actually inspired by the Kentucky HB1 that was just recently passed. This law will give students a choice, a school choice, where they want to go. So to be able to do that, people can donate or allocate their federal income tax to an SGO, which is a scholarship giving organization, and in turn would um, interview or get applicants for students who wants to have another choice of school through scholarships. So your donations coming 2027 will be a dollars to dollar. You're allocating, instead of giving everything to Uncle Sam, you give a portion to the SGOs, who in turn will give scholarships to deserving students. And we have a website that is already getting pledges and ready for applications as well. So when that came about, me and Sarah, since we both go to Cornerstone Christian School, and we know the struggle of private school. We raise fundraisers together. We team up to have a great banquet fundraiser, and Sarah is very good in doing that. So we research, and there are only 3 SGOs in the state of Kentucky. So you think if the HB1 will start in 2027, it will be overwhelmed with all the private Christian schools that wanted to partner with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Sarah, I was like, oh, Sarah, probably because those 3 will get overwhelmed, why don't we form our own SGOs so we can benefit our area, because these SGOs are up there in, Louisville, in West Kentucky. So there was just a light bulb. And so Sarah worked on it, mostly on the paperwork. She has PhD in writing grants and etc. So within a week's time, we had our website up and about. Yeah.
So for me, I grew up very poor in this community, similar to a lot of families here, first generation college student, and I never knew that there were these opportunities out there and that life could be so much different than what I experienced growing up. And to be able to give that opportunity to my son has just been a blessing from God, more than I could have ever asked for. And after the tornado and when we lost my mother-in-law and I realized how short life was, I knew I had to do something more than what I was doing now. So when the conversation came up, I didn't even hesitate to say, let's do it.
You know, there's a lot of things that we talk about on the podcast. A lot of it is leadership based, right? Those that take the extra step when they don't have to, and they do it because it's the right thing to do. You know, it feels like it's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do, and you set an example for others. That's everything that we highlight within this podcast. It's one of my favorite things of doing this and putting this together, and that's a perfect example of it. So, especially through adversity, through a lot of things that you have lost, and sorry to hear about the loss that you said was your mother-in-law. Yeah, it was a rough time for a lot of people a year ago. You know, it still is. Still is very much so relevant in the minds of all of us, for sure. So, kudos. I guess you could say, like, that's you know. And the thing is you do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just assuming here, but you do it without wanting recognition. You do it because it's something that's needed. You do it because it's something that will benefit others.
Yeah, Christy said I had to talk.
Yeah. So she forced you. Okay, all right. That's a little bit different. So no, I'm just kidding. But
yeah, it's because we feel the need. You know, being I'm a board member in Cornerstone Christian School, and because we're a small school, we thrive, or the fun. We need fundraising to keep the operations in the school going, because enrollment is, you know, with difficulty in life nowadays. You know, we don't get a lot of enrollees, but there are still a lot of families who want to enroll their kids. They're asking for scholarship. If we have scholarships, but it's not a lot, you know, and the max that we can give is around 500. And sometimes if there's multiple families that are enrolling, we cannot give everybody $500 to, you know, to help with their tuitions. Sorry.
you're good.
So since when the HB1 was you know, created and passed, you know, we thought about, oh my God, this is the answer to our problem. And if our little school has that same problem, we were thinking that the other rural Christian-based private schools will have the same problem as well, you know. So that's why we thought about, you know, we're not only going to help our school, but also the other schools in southeastern Kentucky.
It's our home, and my husband works in Clay County, and absolutely loves it, and all his, you know, his family there. He's got patients that see him on a regular basis, and he's gotten to know them, and he loves the kids, and we just wanted to make a difference, to be able to help more. So we are planning, you know, to invite all the faith-based schools in Eastern Kentucky to partner with us, and we hope they'll send potential students, you know, to apply with us that they know would like to attend. I know this year we're just operating as a regular nonprofit, but if we do get approved for the HB1, I really think we'll have a lot of potential and a lot of students and families that we can make a difference with.
And there may be a way that we can also help out a little bit more than just this, as well as on our website. I've been toying with the idea of putting out their local scholarships, like doing a local scholarship section on our website. And if that's the case, and we can get things finished up, let's make sure your all's is on there. Let's make sure that it's there, that your organization is, so that they can remotely, just click on it and it would take them to donate
To
to
donate.
exactly
Yes.
to try to help. So that's in the works for June and July. I like to go do
Oh,
it.
that's
So
good. Yeah,
it's
so-
I like to do it and take my time doing it so it's done right
Yes.
instead of rushing into it. So, but that is one of the plans and one of the goals we were wanting to do. Because of the scholarship opportunities that's there, the funding for a lot of, especially the faith-based organizations or the schools, the funding isn't as much as what you would get elsewhere. So thank goodness for HB1, right? Make sure that
Correct.
that opened up so much doors and opportunities for, for this to happen. So, tell us again, and you may have already said this, and I just may have already looked. What's the name of the organization?
Southeastern Kentucky Faith-Based Scholarship Fund.
Yeah, perfect, right?
Yeah.
It's right on the nose.
Yeah.
It's like you can't miss it. So, the way that people can donate. Let's talk about it. What's the ways that they can actually reach out to you all or to be able to make a donation?
We have a website set up. We are also set up on PayPal. There's links on the website to donate through PayPal. I've also got links to the email if people want to reach out personally. So I would be happy to drive and pick up donations. I can provide a mailing address. We're pretty flexible, whatever we need to do to get that help going.
What's the name of the website? Just
SEKYscholarship.org.
okay. Make sure that people know it. I want to make sure people are able to get to it and do it. So that's the name of the website. I'll also run that at the bottom here, just as an extra little plug to kind of help out with things. Tell us more about it. Like I want to know. I could talk to you all day. Like I can sit and talk to you all day about this because I find it very interesting. The drive that you all had wasn't so much of, again, how to get exposure for yourselves, but how can you help others, right? And I think this is a big part of it. So, what's some highlights of what you all are doing that you would really like for the viewers to know?
Well, our website is set up. The application is ready for students to apply. There's also a page where schools can apply to be partner schools with us. For the schools to partner, you just have to agree to let us know to confirm the student's accepted. We would pay the schools directly on behalf of the family. And throughout the year, once or twice, you would verify enrollment. For the students, we have a scholarship committee separate from our board that is going to use a non-discriminatory process that is income-based to determine who would receive the scholarships. So really excited. You don't have to be of any particular faith or beliefs or any certain demographics to apply. Just depends on what applicants we get. It is primarily income and need-based, so it would just depend on how many other people applied and what their circumstances were. But as long as you're accepted into the school and that's what you feel is right for your child or your family, this is open to you. Grades K through 12.
And then you have to choose a school and should be accepted to the school. So because we give the payment directly to the school system.
And that's super nice to have it set up that way. It's, scholarships are one thing. Having the funds to do it are another. Having the drive to do it is a whole nother. This is a whole. It all has to come together the right way, right? And I feel like just from talking with Melanie that this is perfect. Like it's.
Thank you. And also, they can also help us by sharing our website too, because it's not just the state of Kentucky. Since it's federal, so it's the whole United States can donate to our SGO and still get a credit on their federal income tax. So that's the beauty
nice.
of it. And I'm glad they passed it because donors from, like from Kentucky, if they want to donate and we don't have, it's not passed in here, they can donate to Indiana or other states that have been approved. So we're losing those donors to other states. So I'm glad that they pass it in our state. So the people here who are generous donors can give to our SGOs and also can invite other donors from out of states.
Out of state donors,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's huge. Having the reach that's broader than just the area. And I've found that out personally. Is it's one thing to be able to get donors and to get some, I guess, support from your local area is always key. It's always fantastic. But if you're able to reach outside of your area to help bring in things, and you do it the right way, you can move mountains. You really can. And I'll say this, and I've always said this: You got to rely on God. You got to have that faith to know that it's in His hands.
So currently our donations are just tax deductible, so we would love to ask for prayers that when the HB1 guidelines and application comes out that we are approved and that we can start that part. But even if we're not approved for HB1, we are going to be here. We are going to be offering scholarships and operating as an SGO for our community regardless of that.
Yeah, because we plan to start school year 26-27. We actually have donations already as far as Philippines and Australia.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
who have
fantastic. Yeah.
donated already. So.
That's
we
amazing.
Wanted to
That
reach
is. That's
more
amazing.
people.
Yeah. That's so awesome. Well, listen, I appreciate you all. It's been fantastic meeting you. I'm sure this won't be our last encounter, that we can, what I'd like to do is I'd like to follow up with you. I'd like to follow up with you, do another episode of this, say for the next, for next school year. Let's see how things are going. Let's see how, how things have progressed. And obviously if we can be any help whatsoever here, here at the office or here, however you need us, we're here for you.
Yeah, probably a good timing when we start our HB1. If we're approved, probably around December, right? So we would should surely have idea at the time if we're going to operate in 2027.
Yep.
For that, we're operating either way, though.
Yeah.
Either way, you're here. Yep.
HB1.
Either way, you're here. So before we close out, one more time, the website. Give us the website.
www.sekyScholarship.org. And just one request, would love to have local churches, families pray for us, share our message, and if any churches reach out and would like us to visit, to bring flyers, we'd love to come out and share what we're doing, across the communities that we serve.
Let's reach out and see if we can get some. Let's see if we can get some contact made. Let's get whatever help we can help with. I'm here for sure. And I do want to say real quick, because if I don't give her a little bit of recognition here, she's not going to mind, but I'm still going to do it anyway. But Miss Callahan, obviously Melanie is Miss Callahan to me. She helped teach she taught my daughter as well, and she thinks the world of her. This is how we met. This is how we connected, was through Miss Callahan.
Yes.
A lot of you remember, Blakely was on the podcast prior, and Melanie sat there on the couch. Is where Melanie was at, and then she reached back out to me and said, "Hey, I've got something I want to share with you." And it was just like you said. It was no questions asked. Let's do it. So being able to connect people, being able to network together with like minds is become fantastic. So special thank you to her as well.
Thank you, Melanie.
I appreciate each of you, and look forward to seeing where this goes.
I'm super excited too.
Thank you for the exposure and the opportunity, John.
Absolutely, anytime. Thank you so much. We got a couple